Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So the time has come for me to share with you guys my most requested video ever. How to do a smoky eyeshadow look. Now, before I even start, let me say this. I'm not a professional. I'm not licensed. I'm a self-taught gal who woke up one day and was like, you know what? I want to do my makeup 6 years later. Kind of got the swing of things. So, with that being said, this is just what works for me. This is how I kind of learned. So, it may not be perfect and blah, 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 blah. Judgment-free zone. I'm not a professional. Okay? Self-taught. Just kind of learned by myself and YouTube. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy it, hope you like it, hope you learn from it, and so on and so forth. So, this is the look that I created today. It is a smoky eyeshadow look with a red lip. Usually my kind of favorite combo when I do a smoky eye. I like my red lip. I just love red lips. I think it looks awesome. That's just me. So, if you want to see how I created this look, what shadows I used, my tips and tricks, and basically how to do this, keep on watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my hair. I have this thing with having my hair in my face. It drives me insane. Don't mind the noise. It is my AC. I don't want to get sweaty up in here. So, AC full blast, so that buzzing, that's what that is. Sorry, it's the summer, but I don't have central air. So, besides picking up my hair, the first step is eyeshadow primer. Now, eyeshadow primer is very important. I mean, I know now the big thing is using concealer as a primer, but I have noticed that primer does kind of have a, how can I explain it? It just makes the shadow look, just look better, last longer, so primer is the way to go. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I learned the hard way that with this primer a little goes a long way. I remember the first time I used it, I put like a, for some whatever reason, I put like a big old glob on my finger, and it was just like it's pigmented. Just trust me, a little goes a long way with this primer. So let me just adjust my mirror here so I can kind of like get a good look at my eyeball, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over my lid. I might have to put a little more. I did put like a way too little. You know what I'm saying? So just apply this all over the lid. Mix it in with your finger. And yes. Good. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and let that kind of just settle in. And let me talk to you about the palette that we're going to be using today for this look, and it is the Too Faced Natural Matte Eyeshadow Palettes. Besides the fact that this is so aesthetically pretty, let me show you. So this palette has 9 shadows. They're all matte. I feel like that traditionally for a smoky eye you want to use matte shadows. You don't have to. Of course you can add, you know, whatever if you want in there, but just, you know, traditionally it's usually like matte shadows. So you're gonna want to use a nice fluffy crease brush, and we're going to go ahead and start off with this color called Less is More, and that is going to be our transition color, which is basically going to help everything blend into one, if that makes sense. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the outer corner of my eye, just like so. And I'm gonna blend that all the way up into my crease, into the high part of my crease. Right. Now the thing with smoky eyes is blending. It's a lot of blending so that it doesn't look so just like harsh. It's just like dark, just bam, darkness and then light. So it's a lot of blending. You know, practice makes perfect. Nobody just wakes up knowing how to do these things. So practice definitely makes perfect. And pretty much that's it. Like that's just what I want. Just a nice base for this eyeshadow look. Now the next shade that I'm going to use is a shade called Sexpert, and I'm just gonna take a little dab of, okay, 2 dabs of that, and I'm just using another fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that right over the Less is More shade, and just outer corner, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend that into the crease, not too high, because now when we start with the darker colors, you're gonna want to say you don't want to just bring it up too far up to the crease. And again, into the crease, blending, blending, blending. Less is more in these kind of situations. When you're working with darker colors, build your way up. Don't just pack on a whole bunch of dark in a brush and poof, put it on your eye, because trust me, especially if you do your face first, that's it. It's a wrap. It's on your face. You got to figure it out. So I suggest you start off slow, start off with a little bit of color and blend it and mix it in until you get to the level of darkness that you want. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shade Hook Up, and we're gonna go ahead and tap that right here into the outer corner. And I'm just sweeping it into, tapping first and sweeping it into the crease. I'm gonna grab my fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to blend that into the rest of the colors and into the crease. Again, starting off slow, starting off with a little bit of shadow, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some more, tapping again and blending in, kind of dragging it downwards into the lid. With that same angled blending brush, I'm going to pick up the darkest shade in the palette, which is Risky Biz. And this one I'm going to just go in once, see how much color that picked up. Once, tap away the excess. With a very, very light hand, I'm going to go ahead and apply this color to the outer corner of the eye. Very light hand. I'm just going to press one right there and sweep it in. Light hand, not trying to like press it too much in. See? Press it, sweeping it onto the lid. Blending brush. When you're applying eyeshadow, you don't want to hold the mirror directly right here and do this. You want to hold it more at an angle so that you can kind of look down so that your whole lid is exposed, so that you're able to blend it in properly. So this is where I kind of like step back. I look at the eyeshadow and I see, depending on where I'm going, you know, what kind of day it is or whatever, do I want to go darker? Do I want to leave it as is? Let's see. And I actually want to go just a smidge darker, so I'm going to go in back to Risky Business, tap off the excess, and again I'm going to light hand sweep it onto the outer corner of the eye. Blending brush. Blend, 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 blend. So now I'm going to use a brush that I use with Sexpert, and I'm just going to grab a splash of Sexpert and Less is More, and I'm kind of just going to go in with both colors, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to blend that into the crease. I'm not going to go back into this dark shadow. I'm kind of creating that smoky effect on the crease. Watch. Light hand with blending light hand, and I'm gonna gonna drag it into the middle, again blending into the crease. Now part of why I'm going in with these two shades on the higher part of my crease is to get rid of any harsh looking lines with those darker shades. That is what, you know, all this blending is what creates that smoky kind of thing. So we pretty much have our smoky business down. Now is where you decide what shadow you're going to put on your lid. Are you going to go with a matte? Are you going to go with a glitter? Are you going to go with a shimmer shadow? All up to you. Like I said, I mean, the basics is usually matte shadows, but you can go ahead and apply any kind of shadow you want. At the end of the day, is your face. Now, the shadow that you pick for your lid is essentially going to be the closest one to your skin tone, I think anyways. So here I'm going to grab the one that says all natural, and I'm going to go ahead and pack that. Tons of fallout. I'm going to go ahead and pack that onto my lid. So I'm going to place it on here, right? I am placing, kind of dragging down, and now I'm going to go ahead and blend it. Again, all natural, all natural, whatever. And that's gonna go on the lid. And I'm just blending that in, placing it on and blending it in to the darker shadows. Now with the same flat shader brush, I'm going to go ahead and grab a lighter shade, and I'm going to put that underneath the brow bone for a little bit of highlight. And the shade I'm going to grab here is Lace Teddy. Very subtle. Now I am going to do my liquid liner. I'm going to start off with a pen. I'm going to be using the Expert Script from Absolute New York. It is a nice thick pen with a nice fine tip. While that is drying, I am going to go ahead and apply some lip color. Usually when I do a smoky eye, I always pair it with a red lip because I love red lips. They just look so good and it just looks so sultry with smoky eyes. So let's go ahead and do that. For my liquid lip, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade American Doll. One of my favorite top 5 red shades. And I'm going to go ahead and go in with Risky Biz again. And I'm going to apply a little bit of more now on top of the eyeline, because basically that eyeline covered up most of the shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little more of Risky Biz, which is that dark shadow, and I'm going to apply some more into the crease. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a flat liner brush like this one. And I'm going to grab that Risky Biz color again. And I'm going to apply that to my bottom lash line. Now here you can actually hold the mirror more like to your eye level so that way you can kind of look up. My contacts are getting super dry. So now that is pretty much done, I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes, and I'm going to be using the Harlow 3D Silk Lashes from Baddington Lashes, and they look like this. Yes, they are worn already. I know, shame on me. So let me go ahead and apply those, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. Lashes are on. Lashes are a battle all in itself. So wasn't gonna waste your time watching that. I'll do a separate video on how to apply false lashes. Now, this is the final look. I hope you guys found this video helpful, useful. I hope you take away some tips from it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also follow me on social media at MakeupPixie. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!